So we are here for the NCAA Women's College Basketball Scores for Wednesday, December 7th, 2025. So South Dakota defeating Oregon State 75-51 in the Big Sky Assembly Challenge. Number 6, Michigan. North Central Michigan 82-40. We have number 7, Maryland. Mount St. Mary's 82-44. Number 8, TCU Auburn 93-56. 103-80. NC State's been struggling this year. They are 5-4 only this year. I mean, this still might make it the NCAA tournament. There's not like a Final Four team, maybe Elite Eight, that type of team. Pretty much. They're not that caliber. They might be a Sweet 16 caliber, but maybe Elite Eight if they have some upsets or get some better throughout the season. Is it not? No, I don't see. Number 9, Oklahoma. Lost their first game of the season. Now they've won 8 straight. 2. Or is it their second game? Is it earlier? Yeah, no, it was their second game. Okay. I know it's pretty early in the year that they all lost. And yeah, they lost 2. They lost to number 3 UCLA. And they beat number 9 Oklahoma 103. Or beat number 9 Oklahoma NC State 103-90 in overtime. Number 14 blows out Southeastern. Like dominance Southeastern. I think a team like Southeastern, you want to prove that you can really dominate this ranked team, and they really did. 102-40. So number 15 Vanderbilt goes to 9-0, 4-0 on home with an 81-60 win over Virginia. Number 17 the ACSC Women's Challenge. Some NC State and Oklahoma in there as well. Number 7 took 8-64 over Miami in the ACSC Women's Challenge. Another ACSC Women's Challenge game. And the SC goes 4-0 with a 65-60 win over Stanford. 2 solid teams, but Tennessee gets the win. So the SEC and all 4 ranked teams win against unranked SEC, all 4 ranked SEC teams win against unranked ACC teams. Number 24 Oklahoma State 73-55 at North Texas. And then we had some education day games earlier today. Army won in St. Peter's Education Day 65-43. Southern Crip State beats Western Carolina. There's 55-44. Troy beats Longwood 200 majors. 7-1 against 6-3. And Troy goes to 8-1 with an 86-83 win over Longwood in Longwood's Education Day. Western was the only team, one of the teams to win against Division 1. They defeat UNC Wilmington 83-63. Morris knocks up Mercyhurst in their Education Day game. Mercyhurst was a 1-7 with a 73 defeat. Mercyhurst Ball State and plays beat non-division Oakland C 1934 go 8-1 3-1 home. Akron gets their first win of the season over non-division school Heidelberg 117-34. Nobody beats Cigarettes in their Education game 60-57. Mammoth stunning Cincinnati Overton. It was close, but Cincinnati had the lead in that third quarter. Then Mammoth came back in the fourth and in the fifth, and then Overton 18-14 Overton. High scoring Overton. They went 75-7. William Mary stuns Wake Forest in their Education Day game. Wake Forest was 9-0. And they were actually down with the 28-9 second quarter. It was 42-23. And we had 20-13, 21-12. So a nice comeback. But it was just so close for William and Mary, for Wake Forest. But they do get stunned. and they lose 67-64 to William Mary. The US shows 64-58 South Carolina State Woodson. Then what falls to the beat streak, and there's 60-52. Seattle Smith saw at home in their education game in Big Sky Sunday Challenge. They win 74-66 against Arizona. UAB 81-54, and then Quinnipiac Bus College played early game, but that was not an education game. That was at 1 Eastern. Quinnipiac won 76-49. Dominating Quinnipiac dominated Bus College. But Big Bend 63-55 San Diego. And in the education game, Idaho got stunned by Roberts in the Big Sky Summit Challenge. 92-89. Oh, that was a big solid win for Roberts. Idaho should have had that though. But it was just a 13-point fourth quarter lead when the team come back down 10 to win by 3. Like, that's just like 7-15 Northeastern goes 7 in their first year in the Mid-American Conference. BYU, the Cougars, played at the home of the Utah Jazz. They played at the home of Utah Jazz. And they won 56-54. That was an early game. That was a 4 Eastern game. That was a 1 Pacific time game. I wonder if they had to play that early because either the men's team was playing, BYU men's team was playing, or they had the women, or they had the Utah Jazz, actually playing later in the day. I mean, I think it might have been the Utah Jazz playing later in the day. I think that's partially what it was. Because if the men were playing, they would just have maybe they would have like an hour, maybe break between the two. Maybe you might have like double attendance, where they have you get, either it's separate tickets or you get 2 games for the price of 1. It's 56-54 by Russian State. 60 stunned, right? 60-46. Mammoth stunning in JT cities and 60 in overtime. Syracuse. 2 one-loss teams. Auburn, Syracuse. Syracuse gets a win number 1 for the ACC. 66-16 overtime. In the ACC Women's Challenge. Georgia goes to 10-0. 2-0 on the road. They play 2 true road games this year. They won them both 80-60 over Florida State. So Georgia is 10-0. Not ranked, but if they get like a ranked win or 2, they'll definitely be ranked 80-60. So that's a dominant one. Nice dominant one. I mean, they weren't over dominant except for the second quarter, but they still had pretty good throughout though. So. And, they have the resilience, when it's close, back and forth, they can hold their own, and they show that, Richmond playing their first 8-10 teaser game, 16-46 over Chicago. George Washington, 54-42 game, 85-70 Mercy over Merritt State, Drexel 55-40 over American University, Indiana 71-53 over Western University, Winthrop 105-41 over Johnson was non-division from North Carolina. Siena gets the first win over New Haven 80-54. James 83-63 East Carolina. Yeah, 66-52 over Cornell. Marshall 75-53 at Coppin State. Buffalo without Becky Burke. She would then become the head coach of Arizona. Buffalo was a WNIT champion last season. And they're struggling a little bit with new coach. They might have some of their players that were transfer. With her to Arizona. Some transferred with her to Arizona. And then some, because they liked her. And some, don't transfer with her because they feel like, they feel like, oh, I like this coach. I wish she was Buffalo, so you feel like that she bailed on you, you know. Some just like her as a coach, so they like her, so they moved to Arizona with her. And, you always get that when a new coach takes a job. You get some players transferring over to the coach's new school. If they move up in just move to any school, I guess. 74, 60, 46 rounders, so LaSalle, 76 Jerisu, Rice, 66 fifth-year Sam Houston, Purdue for Wayne, in early Horizon games, 74-60, so that was early conference game teasers. Northern beat LA State 50-60, 54. Around 59-54 St. Joseph, Mason 73-54. Davidson's 72-54 Duquesne. Oregon State. Faustini State 16-61. Furman 74-56 or Presbyterian. Iona 67-56 or Missile. Harvard 61-56 or Holy Cross. Texas Tech goes to 10 with a 83-43 dominant winner with Wichita State. Follows 1-8. Campbell 71-48 over Mercer. Stetson defeats UCF 70-67. Purdue 81-49 over Evansville. Wright State 61-58 Center Oakland. Columbia goes to 8-5. Keeps Manhattan 0-8. With a 84-30 over Manhattan. It's their second home win of the season with a 103-32 win over Kentucky State. Went the first 10 minutes of the game. They didn't score a single point in either a free throw or maybe field goal. From Texas A&M 72-62 win over Georgia Tech. So, in the ACC SC Women's Challenge, it is now 6-1 for the SEC. We have Southeast Missouri State 116-34, Harris-So State in that division. UNLV 66-3 in Reed, Tennessee. Vermont 71-64 West Tennessee. Vermont 47-44 West Kentucky. 76-70 St. Louis State Mavage. Northern Colorado 72-50 in Kansas City. North Dakota State 90-50 over Tennessee. Montana 86-56 for North Dakota. Kansas State 60-50 over Gulf Coast. The Southern Jaguars, they stun Arizona Wildcats. They stun them. Big Ten. That is like a huge upset. Probably the biggest upset of the season. That far, The Southern Jaguars out the SWAC. They win 63-57 over Arizona. Kansas 74-60 over Nebraska 92-50 over Nebraska Indiana. South Dakota State 87-56 over State. Idaho State 74-43 over Omaha. Ryan 16-58 over Colorado. Utah goes 7-6 over Lafayette 62-44 over Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Oregon goes to 10-0 with a 96-73 win over Oregon State. We started in the Big Sky Summit League Challenge. We won 60-60 over Denver, and South Dakota 75-51 over Portland State in the Big Sky Summit League Challenge game.